Good morning, webheads. Happy new comic book day, guys. Let me just tell you, it's going to be a hefty week this week. A lot of new comic books getting ready to come out, but enjoy it because you know what? Next week, there's not going to be all that much. But before I get my books, guys, I'm going to go into Starbucks, get my breakfast, and then later on, I'm going to show you what I picked up at Comic Central. Hey, all my webheads out there, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. Guys, I'm your host, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to bring you Spider Slayer's Comic Book Haul. Fans, this is episode 523, and this is the weekly video series where each and every week I share with you what I picked up at the comic book store, which of course is Comic Central, located in the city of Sanford in the Central Florida area. So if you guys are ever in the area, go ahead and stop by. Tell them Mike Spider Slayer sent you. Guys, they'll provide you with some great customer service. You'll find some great comic books for great prices. So guys, let's not waste any time and let's get started with this week's comic book haul. Kicking it off with that mysterious black bag. That's right, guys. Here it is, mysterious black bag. And what's inside is the comic books. And yes, it is a pretty hefty week. I didn't go all crazy because there's a lot of comics that came out, so I had to spend a lot of the money on those new comic books. And next week is going to be kind of a, lackluster week. So I think your pulls are going to be light next week. But here we go. Here is the stack for the week, guys. Let's get started with the haul. First book we're going to be talking about is Moon Knight. This is issue 10. Wonderful cover here. Love this this variant, this spider cover. 60 years celebrating Spider-Man. Always a great book. Love the action within this book. And it's just a lot of fun, man. And Jed MacKay is definitely doing his best to get me into the character. So there you have it. That's Moon Knight. That's issue 10. All right. Next, we wound up having an independent book here, and this is Radiant Red. This is issue 2 of 5. Nice looking cover. Wasn't fond of the first issue. We'll see what the second issue has to offer. The artwork just doesn't do it for me in this book. It just looks like Radiant Red's just like a little kid. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens with the series, right? So that's Radiant Red. That's issue 2. All right, next we wound up getting X-Men Red. This is issue 1. Originally, I was not going to get this, but I remembered I put it on my FOC because of this beautiful cover. That is absolutely a gorgeous cover. It doesn't do any justice on the little phone screen, right? And when I got this in my hand, I was like, wow, that is great. But maybe I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and see if this series has anything to offer for X-Men fans here, because I know a lot of people are upset with the X-Men at this time. So, yeah, we'll see where it goes from here. But, yeah, at least it's a nice looking cover, right? All right. Next, we got Strange, issue 2. Wound up getting the variants cover for this one. This is a nice looking cover, and I really dug the first issue. I thought it was a lot of fun. I like Clea. She's doing battle against this Harvest Man character. Looked like Thunderstrike is coming back, but he's back from the dead. Look at that artwork in there, man. That looks freaking sick. I love that, right? And I don't care if we already know that Doctor Strange is going to come back. I mean, honestly, it's kind of a given that he's going to come back eventually, right? And so I'm looking forward to the journey that Clea has to offer for the readers. All right. Next, we wind up getting She-Hulk issue 3. Love the first 2 issues of that. I love the first issue better than the second issue because it really focused on Jack of Hearts. Now maybe hopefully it focuses a little bit on She-Hulk more, which it does. And that's what I like. Because when she's interacting in the real world, I think this book is absolutely hysterical. I love those facial expressions there. It just reminds me of old school Jennifer Walters, right? So yeah, I can't wait to see what happens. And they're getting that pizza that she promised Jack of Hearts. So looking forward to She-Hulk issue 3. Next, I wound up getting this She-Hulk variant cover, which is actually really nice. Yeah, you got Jennifer Walters there, just standing there looking all dominant and powerful in her judge's robe or whatnot. I thought this one was cool, man. So, yeah, I had to pick up that variant, right? And then next, we wound up getting from Marvel the conclusion to Devil's Reign. This is issue 6. Can't wait to see how this concludes. You know, is Mayor Fitz going to be the mayor anymore, or is it going to be a Luke Cage? Check out this 2-page spread, or not 2-page spread, but 2 pages of artwork here with Geppetto unleashing all his fury with Daredevil doing battle against Mayor Fist. That's pretty badass right there. So yeah, cool stuff, right? And then from Marvel, we have the continuation of the Reckoning War, which I really wasn't sure if I was going to pick this one up because this event has been really atrocious. I don't like it, but I thought this cover was okay. So I was like, why not at least pick it up for the cover? And if it's bad, well, at least then you got Carnage on a cover, right? So yeah, so at least we got that one. All right, and then I picked up a couple facsimile editions that had to do with your favorite webhead. I got the Amazing Spider-Man issue 238, the facsimile edition. So I don't have this comic book in real form. So I was like, I can just insert it into my Amazing Spider-Man collection, and that's that. So I thought that was neat. Then I wound up getting Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, the facsimile edition with the tarantula on there. So that's really cool too. So I was like, yeah, man, check this out. I was like, these are classic books. I have issue 2 of the series, but I don't have issue 1. So same thing. This will be right in the front there. All right. And then next, you guys might be surprised about this one. Wound up getting Avengers Forever issue 3. This is when I tell you my comic shop goes all out for me. This is why they're such a great shop. They take care of their customers, and I paid cover price for this book, guys. So I'm really excited to get it. I want to thank the guys at the shop for coming through, and can't wait to now officially read issues 1 through 4 because I have 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So really cool right there. Then I wound up getting Spider-Punk issue 1. Not expecting maybe the best things out of this. I don't know if this is a one-shot or it's 5 issues or something like that. Here's your interior artwork for this series. I think Spider-Punk is a cool concept. I like kind of the color tones here. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with it. All right, guys, so you know what time it is now? It's time for those Facebook shout-outs. Our first shout-out goes to Todd, who received his first graded comic. It's a 9.6 CGC Alpha Flight issue 1. Congratulations on that grade, man. It's always good to get that first slab. Next, we got Nick, who went to a small local Comic-Con and got a bunch of slabs for himself. He got an Amazing Spider-Man. He got a Free Comic Book Day Spider-Man. He got a Hawkeye issue 1. So congratulations on those new slabs. And then next, we have Evan, who said, I started collecting comics in June of 2021. I think I have a problem. And you get to see he's got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It looks like he got about 17 or so short boxes worth of stuff on his floor there. So, hey, it's all good, man. If you're having fun and picking up those books, that's all that matters. Thanks, Evan. And then next, I want to give a special shout out to Scott this week, who celebrated his birthday. And you get to see that he got a few birthday presents in there, got his first little statue as well. So happy birthday, Scott, a huge contributor to the Facebook group. And if you guys want to become part of the group, go on to Facebook, search for Comic Book Corner 2.0 Webheads Unite. And once I approve you, you guys will have access absolutely for free to everything that has to do with comics, whether it's your comic book day hauls, you're showing off some awesome comic book covers, you get to share some of the most wonderful stories that Marvel and DC has to offer. You get to show off your comic book rooms and discuss the latest movies that just came out. And of course, guys, you never know when you could be shouted out on the next comic book haul. Okay, so there was only 2 DC books that I picked up this week, guys. The first one was the newest one, Batman Beyond Neo Year issue 1. I'm a huge Terry McGinnis fan. I'm excited that this book actually has come out. We get to see Batman Beyond back in the pages of DC Comics. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this is going to be a solid book. Here is the artwork. Let's see if we can see Terry McGinnis in the suit. Yep, there he is. So yeah, let's hope, guys, that we have a cool Batman Beyond book here. So looking forward to it. Then, of course, if you read Shadow War Alpha, you have to pick up Batman issue 122. My store was sold out of it. Luckily, I put it on my pull this week, so I would have it in my box. Shadow War Part 2. Issue 1 was absolutely phenomenal. And holy crap, look at how busy the artwork is in this book right here, guys. My God, there's lots of action in this issue. And then here's some more of the interior artwork right here. So I'm curious to see what this second issue has to offer for readers. There you got Damian standing there too. So yeah, looking forward to the second part here. Batman issue 122. All right. Next, we got some more, another Marvel book in here. And this is the end of Black Widow issue. This is the end of Black Widow. This is issue 15. I did not know that this book was ending until someone in the comments actually said, Mike, this book is ending. And I'm like, no way, man. This book was so good, and I feel like this is another one of those books that was under the radar, that people wouldn't give a chance. It was a great story. The beginning of this story was so good with Black Widow having a whole entire family. And it's just disappointing that this is ending. This was so well done. The artwork is so good. And I love this book. And I'm sad to see it go. Just like Spider-Woman ended last week. But man, check out this Adam Hughes cover. That is great. But with that, I had to get this Gwen Stacy variant here. I thought this one was an absolute gorgeous cover as well. So I was like, gotta get both. A fitting way to end Black Widow, right? God, that's a nice cover, man. All right, so let's go into a couple of the independent books that came out. We got Firepower. This is issue 19. We got this going on. It's back, baby. Robert Kirkman has Firepower. Owen Johnson coming back. Got some crazy dragon stuff going on in this book. This is a balls to the walls action type of story. And then at other times, it's very grounded. I love the family dynamic between this book. That's what makes it special. And if you haven't read it from the beginning, I definitely say read it from the beginning so you get a true understanding for it. So again, this is issue 19. All right, next. God, I keep getting Marvel books inserted in the middle of all this other stuff. Marauders issue 1, volume 2. Why we needed a volume 2, I don't even know. But yeah, I know, we'll see what happens with it. I didn't like the direction by the time we got to the end of it, but I don't know. We'll see what's going on here, right? It looks like Kitty Pryde is actually trying to recruit Cassandra Nova. Here's the interior artwork here. In case you're on the fence and artwork makes a difference for you guys, this is the way it's looking. I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. I'll read it. I'll make a judgment. Right now, the only book that I'm sticking with is X-Men. So I got to read Marauders and then this X-Men Red book. All right. So it looks like now we're going into more independence. And I wound up getting Rocketeer. This is cover B. I wanted to see what this book had to offer, man. Rocketeer is a very classic character. And I like how our main character is just like all googly-eyed off of this chick here that's sitting there. It's a gorgeous cover, man. So, yeah, let's check out the interior artwork in this. It's very pretty. That's very gorgeous. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, man, this just has that old school vibe. Did you guys ever see the old Rocketeer movie from the 90s? I want to know in the comments below. So there you have it, Rocketeer issue 1. All right, and then I wound up getting this, what is it? Alice Ever After. And this one's from Boom Studios. Wound up getting the Virgin variant here. So very excited to have this. I think my shop actually accidentally wound up getting these Virgin variants instead of getting the trade dress of this. So I was like, oh, sweet. J. Scott Campbell Virgin cover. So that's really nice. Let's check out the interior art in here. So we've seen demented stories of Alice in Wonderland in the past. So I'm curious to see what is going to be different in this one, right? So let's see if we got this right here. So here's some more page art there. So yeah, we'll see. All right. So a lot of 90s fans are collecting these covers these days. Scorched issue 4. This is the second cover that you can connect now, paying homage to the 90s Jim Lee covers, right? So that's really nice. Story, though, is fantastic in this book. It's tons of action with all your different Spawn heroes teaming up to do battle. I mean, you can't go wrong with this, right? So really great stuff. There's She-Spawn there. So yeah, looking forward to that. All right, and then we got this Little Monsters issue 2. This is going to make a determination if I keep this book or not. We got very little in the first issue of Little Monsters, and it's about these kids that are little vampires. Dracula left them to fend for themselves, and they're eating rats. There's no humans left on Earth, and they come across this human right here. So are they going to eat him? Like, I'm very curious. Do they get the hunger? Do they turn super evil? I don't know. I don't think there's any other humans left except this guy. So we'll see what this story has to offer. If it's not any good, I don't know. I might drop it. But, you know, I love Jeff Lemire, and I think he writes great stories. So that's why I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. All right. Next, I got a couple of back issues here. And the first one I wound up getting is the Incredible Hulk issue 319. I thought this was cool. Cover here is that Bruce Banner getting married. Like, I don't even know what's going on in that issue. But they had a little bit of a run, so I was like, oh, it's affordable. It's $5. So I was like, oh, we'll see what happens. But I got that one. And then I wound up getting 320, right? And he's doing battle against Doc Samson. So I thought that was pretty neat, right? And then that one was $4. And then I got 321 because I thought this was a freaking awesome cover. You have it titled a Death Match, and you have all of the Avengers characters doing battle against Hulk. That is awesome cover right there, man. I was like, wow. Like, all these characters on one cover just battling against him. Like, what the hell did he do? So I thought that was neat, right? And then what followed that up was issue 322, which I paid $4 for, as it looks like they kicked his ass because now they're carrying him out. And the thing that's there, what I thought was interesting, is Jen Walters is there. So I don't know what's going on in this story. I'm going to have to read it. But they had quite a few of these Hulks in a row. I'm going to have to pick up more of those as well. And they're in good shape, cheap price. Can't complain. So there you guys have it. There is the haul for the week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And guys, I want to know in the comments below what you picked up this week, or just join the Facebook group and you can put it on there through pictures, and that's the best way to display it. So guys, if you like this video, of course, you know what to do. You thumbs up, subscribe, do all that great stuff. And if you like my content, click on the content right here. I'll give you my top 10 most anticipated comics for next week. And guys, keep buying, keep collecting, but most importantly, always read your comics. And guys, happy new comic book day.